catch your attention? If I did, keep watching. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mario's World, the place where education meets fun. Yeah, as you can see, it's already mid-2020, so there's not gonna be any flying cats and we have to go digital. So here we are with the new digital representation of what this channel is about. As the title of this video states, I'm gonna be covering two very important questions. One, how does a credit card work? And two, how to improve your credit score and reach that desired outcome that you want. So without further ado, I think it's time we go straight into the video. Enjoy! Thank you everyone for coming back and watching this video, and if you're new, welcome to the family. And I'm extremely sorry I haven't been able to post in the last few weeks or so. There's just so much going on, and I'm just gonna give you a very quick summary of what actually happened. First of all, I'm back in Bulgaria. If you don't know, guys, that's where I'm from, and the company that I work for, which is Silicon Valley Bank, has allowed me to work remotely, which is just fantastic, so thank you so much, SVB. I'm gonna be staying in Bulgaria for at least a few months, and I may go to Greece and Turkey for windsurf or something like this, but mainly in Bulgaria until university starts again, which is in end of September. I've also started my new role at Silicon Valley Bank as a Fintech Credit Solutions intern, which is fantastic, and I'm extremely excited because the team is amazing and what they're doing is just incredible. Every fintech company that you can imagine is just incredible. And it's extremely complicated, which is something that I'm really excited about. Just to give you an example of some fintech companies, we have Monzo, we have TransferWise, and then we also have Revolut. All of them, as you know, are allowing you to move money all around the world with extremely low fees, and they're kind of acting up like a bank. And number three, which is a change of mind and what happened in the past few weeks, is that I decided to stop doing forex trading. I'm focusing more on some other aspects that I think will be able to give me more value down the line, because forex now at the moment is just not what I'm looking for. I'm not exactly gaining the returns that I'm looking for. So for example, there's other stuff as e-commerce, there's other stuff as stock trading, there's other stuff as real estate, and all of those three are extremely popular now and booming, and I'm extremely interested to get into those. So yeah, quite a lot happened in the past few weeks, but I don't want to get too much in detail into that. That's it for me. I just wanted to loop you in, guys, and let you know what has happened in the past few weeks and why I wasn't able to put weekly videos on the channel. This video will be incredibly useful for people that are looking to take a mortgage, where they want to refinance a loan, where they want to have a new credit card, where they want to know what is the credit card, and alongside in the future down the line, maybe purchase a new house, purchase a new car, get the best interest rates on anything possible really, and learn to understand the money flow and how there's a good debt and bad debt. Let's start off with something simple for total beginners. What is a credit card? It's very similar to taking a loan actually. It's just borrowing money that you don't have at the moment. Obviously, you'll have to pay the money back until a certain time, and usually that's about a month and a half or something like this, or you'll have to start paying interest, which is, as you know, in the case of taking a loan. And the whole idea of the credit card is that if, for example, you know that you're going to be getting your salary or just in general money on 20th of this month, but it's now 11th and you already don't have enough money to spend on whatever you wanted to spend, you can easily use your credit card, spend the amount of money that you were willing to spend when you will get your salary, and just repay it back as soon as you get your money. And just right there you understand the main concept of the credit card. How it allows you to purchase stuff that you wouldn't necessarily be able to purchase a month ago before your income comes in. And obviously if you manage to repay it back within a month and a half's time, as your contract states, you'll be able to return it without any interest paid on it. And you'll just purchase the thing that you wanted 1 month in advance, which is just amazing. You may not think it's so amazing, but let me just give you an example. Because of the situation of the virus and everything else happening, you can imagine that there's gonna be certain discounts when it comes down to flights and tickets. The idea is that you want to take advantage of that as soon as possible, even if you don't have the money. So let's say you wanted to go for this amazing trip to Bali for already 3 or 4 years, you've been saving, etc, but they're all in your savings account and you don't want to pull the money out of your savings account and purchase something. What you want to do instead is pay with your credit card as soon as possible, because the offer that is currently on the airline industry may not last long. And once you're able to purchase that, you'll be able to repay it back in a month or a month and a half's time when you get your salary or other types of passive incomes that you have. The other amazing thing about credit cards is that you get bonus points. It really depends on the type of card that you get, but you can get bonus coins for purchasing from different kind of shops. You'll be able to gain points which are going to be like obvious points like American Express does, which will definitely give you the opportunity to book flights for almost nothing all around the world. You'll be able to have specific cards which will allow you to stay at certain hotels for a very, very exclusive price. You'll be able to go into private lounges without having to pay anything. In other words, the more you spend with your credit card, obviously money that you have, the more points you're gonna get, meaning the more free stuff you're gonna get, which is amazing. However, I really want to stress that you shouldn't use money that you necessarily won't get. What I mean by that is, if you know that your income is gonna come, like 100% is gonna come on this date, it's fine that you want to spend that amount of money that you are willing to, because you know you're gonna get them. But if you want to bet on something that might not result in you actually gaining any money in return, you definitely want to rethink your strategy. A lot of big companies do the same thing actually, because it takes usually a lot of time to gain money from the customers, and you may have some delays when you're a business into going to your bank accounts. And what most companies do is actually use the credit cards to outsource the salaries of their employees, meaning that they would pay the employees at the end of every month, and just a few days after that they're going to receive all of the money from the customers and basically repay the credit card. If you're enjoying it so far, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn that notification bell on, because as you know, that way you receive notifications every time I upload a new video. There's also going to be a certain date for your credit card when you're going to be receiving a bank statement of how much you spent so far and how much you owe the credit card. Or in other words, the company, meaning if you have an Amex card, which is American Express, you'll be owing American Express. Mine, for example, is on 24th of each month. I receive a bank statement, I receive emails, notifications everywhere, and what I usually do is have a reminder on 25th of each month that I repay it back immediately. There's also this belief that you definitely need to leave a few pounds in there so that they gather interest and your credit score will improve, and that's totally not the case. So make sure that you pay off your credit every time that you get your bank statement. Immediately after that, as soon as you hit this notification, you can pay it back immediately, and your credit score will just improve in time. And if for some unfortunate reason you're not able to pay it back, just make sure that you're paying back the minimum amount that you have for this credit card. So for example, on my credit card, which is with Amex, I have a minimum repayment of £25 based on the contract. So even if I've spent £5,000 or I've spent £10,000 on the card, I need to repay at least £25 each month. And obviously the rest will gather interest and it will ruin my credit score. But just in case, if you don't have the money, just pay down the minimum amount, because that way it won't really affect that much the credit score in such a negative way, rather than if you pay the minimum and you just continue paying the interest. Okay, and now that you know how a credit card works, it's time asking the other question. How does a credit score get marked, and how can you improve dramatically your credit score so that you'll be able to get all those benefits I spoke about earlier? The credit score is affected by 5 things. Yes, you heard me right. 5. I'm just gonna list them all and get into detail just a bit after that. Number 1 is length of credit history. Number 2 is utilization rate. Number 3 is percentage of on-time payments. Number 4 is having a diverse mix of credit. And number 5, the last one, is total hard increase you have on your credit card. They're all pretty simple, but I'm just gonna get into detail so that you know exactly what I mean and you'll be able to definitely improve your credit score and get all the benefits. So number 1 is length of your credit history. Basically, you want to make sure that you have your credit cards for a long period of time. What I mean by that is that if you take a credit card just about 3 months ago, that means that your credit length history would be 3 months. But if you've had one 3 months from now and you're getting another one now, it's going to be the average, meaning that one is now and one will be between 3 months, meaning that the average credit length history now is a month and a half. Obviously that's not ideal, and what you want to have is a minimum of 2 years to be able to reach that excellent score. So what I'm saying is that research into credit cards, think long term and decide which ones you need. There's also this thing called credit card churn. I don't really do it and I'm not a specialist on it, but if you want to, make sure you Google that, and that's basically a way of optimizing your return on getting free stuff when you get credit cards. But yes, make sure that you do an in-depth research, find out the cards that you need, and then apply for these at the same time that you're going to be applying and apply for all of the ones that you think are gonna give you the most benefits down the line. For example, I know that I like 3 cards, but I've decided to take 1 now and 2 next year once I've already have a decent amount of credit score. I just got my credit card actually 3 months ago, and I can tell you that it's been incredible having it so far. The customer service is also incredible, and I'm gonna be definitely recommending the Amex credit card that I talked about previously. The whole idea is that they give you incredible credit service. They also give you thousands ways of earning points and also thousands ways that you can spend your points. Then we have the utilization rate. That's basically how many percentages you spend out of your limit. Let's just have a quick example. If you have a £10,000 credit limit, meaning that you can spend only up to £10,000, and you decide to spend £1,000, you have 10% utilization rate, meaning you're using 10% of the maximum limit. 10% is definitely good, but at the same time you want to keep it up to 10% if you want to keep it excellent. You don't want to go above 30%, and you probably get the whole idea. The more you borrow from the company, the riskier you will seem to them. They won't really increase your credit score. So try to keep your spending on the credit card just for essentials, maybe build up the 10 to 20% utilization rate and then repay it back. And in time you'll have your huge credit limit because they're going to increase it in every 6 to 12 months, and then it's going to be very easy for you to spend a bit more on the card. And then we have number 3, and that is on-time payments. That in summary is very, very simple. You want to keep it as consistent as possible. You want to make sure that you pay on time, as I said. If your statement is on 24th, make sure you pay it back by 25th, end of play, like maximum. And obviously if you're getting your salary on 30th, don't worry, you can just repay it on 30th. But make sure you read your terms and conditions so that you can see until what point you'll be able to repay the money that you borrowed without having to pay any interest. Mine, for example, is until 27th of the next month. So basically, I'll be able to repay the money that I borrowed for almost 2 months without having to pay any interest. And that's another thing of why I like so much Amex credit cards. On-time payments, you want to keep them above 95%. So let's say, for example, you've had a card for 1 year, meaning 12 months, and you've repaid the amount of money you borrowed on time on 11th months, and you were late on 1 month. That is basically 91.667%, as you can imagine. And you need to keep it above 95 so that you seem extremely low risk to the bank. So the idea is that you don't want to miss a payment. You'll be able to allow yourself to miss 1 payment every 2 years to keep it above 95%. But obviously you want to make sure that every month you're paying it on time. That way you'll be able to increase your credit score very, very quickly. And then we're coming to number 4, and that is having a diverse mix of credit. The company wants to make sure that you're a responsible adult, that you know how to manage money, you know how to manage credit, meaning if you have a mortgage for your house and also you're paying back the new car you just got, and at the same time you're buying all of your necessities with your credit card, that means that you know how to diversify your credit. You're paying down a house every month, you're paying down your car every month, you're paying down for the necessity every month, and you're paying for your
luxurious trips.
And that basically proves that you're able to manage money without having to stress so much. That means that you're really responsible with your money and you know how to pay back your credit every month without having any issues. That will obviously increase the chances of you making an error, being with on-time payments and at the same time utilization rate. But when you combine those two, you'll be able to achieve such great success and such high credit score that you will be able to get the lowest interest rates on everything. You'll be able to negotiate everything, and you'll be able to get such high credit limits that you'll be able to put a down deposit of a house just with the credit card. And we go to the last one, which is number 5, and that is total hard inquiries. What that basically is you're asking the company that you have the credit card with to increase your credit score, or to ask what is your credit score at the moment. All of those two are counted as hard inquiries, meaning you're asking them on paper officially that you want them to review either your credit score or your credit limit. There's a way that you can go around this and not ask the company itself, and that is with Credit Karma. This video is not sponsored by them, but I will be more than happy to. Credit Karma is this amazing app that allows you to see your credit score almost 100% accurate, as much as the companies would see it. So make sure you create an account. There's going to be a link down in the description for you to check it out and try it. This is not an affiliate link and I'm not in any way gonna receive any money if you sign up for that link. That'll be all for today's video, so thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. Make sure to hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm and make sure to follow me on my social media, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook for more content. Also make sure you leave a comment down below on what you guys want to see next. Make sure you leave a comment down below what you think is the best feature of having a credit card and how you have had the chance to actually implement that. So thank you all so much. I'm really hoping you're enjoying your summer and up to the next one.